Okay, I see you. And all right, people, welcome to the Masterclass of Prophecy. I am your gracious host, Chief Apostle Archbishop Dr. Kifa Ben Israel. Happy to be here with you guys on today. Uh, some of the students are still rolling in slowly but surely. As you all know, people love to be late. No big deal. I'm here. Apostle Bobby's here. And isn't that Niquetta? I think that's Niquetta. She's here. So it's a blessing to have everybody in the house that's here. Everybody's on their way. Is that you, Niquetta?
Yes, it is me.
Oh, okay. With that big old smile. How could I miss that? Latte. Latte, good latte, as we say in Jamaica. Okay. Um, Yesterday in the masterclass class of prophecy, it was quite interesting. We opened up a can of worms. We're going to open up a can of worms again tonight. But what I want to talk about is going to be a little bit different than what I talked about yesterday. Okay. There's a couple of books that are inscription books, and I'm going to explain what an inscription book actually means. But there's a couple of books in a Bible. The Bible is called the Sefer, or some people like to call it the Sefer. That are inscription books, and I'm going to explain. You got me on blast. Actually means.
Oh.
Thank you. Anyway, there's a Bible called the Sefer. People like to call it the Sefer because its proper pronunciation is the Sefer. I don't know if I have an illustration of it. I don't see one. This is my fault because I should have been a little bit more prepared than what I am today. I don't have the what it looks like, but it gives you the Hebrew, what we call the alphabet, and this particular Bible, I think Elder J is familiar with it. Elder J, you're familiar with the Sefer, of course. A lot of people, they want to know where I'm getting a lot of the different Hebrew words from and so on like that. I mean, you can always go to a Hebrew lexicon. You can go to the Hebrew Greek text Bible. As a matter of fact, I gave one away. Go figure that. Okay, $100 and some odd Bible. I gave it away. And only because I was hoping that the particular person I gave it to, was going to actually study it. Some people don't know how to study the keys that are on there because it gives you a lot of different keys on how to study it and what to look up in the words and so on like that. So if you ever go to Barnes and Nobles or any of your bookstores and you happen to see a Hebrew Greek Bible, so they make them in New Testament. They also make them with the entire format of the 66 books. I would advise you to get that. It might be a little spendy, might be a little expensive. I don't know, because I haven't bought one of those in a long time because I happen to have all access to a lot of that stuff by being a professor emeritus at Portland State University. Whatever I order, they pretty much get for me. So I haven't physically bought a lot of stuff in a long time. So some of you guys are going to have to let me know. I know Elder Pamela, you surf on Amazon quite a bit. So you guys are going to have to let me know how much some of this stuff costs so that we can relay it to everybody. As a matter of fact, if you can, are you in a position to look up something right now, Elder Pamela? Because it's really,
yes.
Okay. Look up the Hebrew Greek Bible. Okay, it's probably gonna be KJV. It's probably gonna be King James. because they want to show you the difference between the King James translation and the Hebrew and the Greek words and so on like that. But look that up for me and tell me how much that's going to cost.
Oh,
So
look. Okay.
yeah, so that way everybody get an idea about what that Bible, because it's a really good Bible. Now I'm not really a big fan of the King James version, but because it breaks down the King James version and goes to the strong concordance and so on like that, I will recommend that, because that way it shows you the difference in the words and what is and what's not. It's probably going to be kind of spendy. I already know that ahead of time, but we just want to see exactly how much.
I see one here. It says the Hebrew Bible, the model English translation is, what is this? This paperback?
Uh-uh.
Okay, let me see.
You probably going to have to send a shot of that to my phone so I can see it. That sounds like something good, but that don't sound like what I'm looking for.
I remember the one you had told me about a while ago. I think that book
Uh-huh.
about $100. I can't remember what was the name of it.
Yeah, it's called the Hebrew Greek. It's a key. Okay, look up Hebrew Greek Keynote Bible. Look that up. See if
Yeah,
that's it.
Apostle. I
Uh-huh.
have that. It's the NASB,
Okay,
New
NAS.
American Standard.
There it is. That's it. That's the one. And I really like that one. I do. Because it gives you correct um phrases and everything. You know what I'm saying? It directs you to the key letters. And the thing is that the way you use that Bible, they'll have if I'm not mistaken, because Elder J, you got it. If I'm not mistaken, they have a note key. Is it in the back of the Bible where you can see where the different phrases and what they mean? Am I correct on that?
I know they have the precept or the
Mm-hmm.
parallel scriptures. I think
Mm-hmm.
as you read, it's in the middle, and then they
Okay.
have in the back uh, the definitions, and then they have, of
Yeah.
course, the Greek section, the
Mm-hmm. That's it.
numbers, and also the Hebrew
Yep. That's it. That's
numbers.
it. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there.
is that
Now,
the study one that he has? Could I see the
yeah,
study one?
you,
Okay, they running from 80 to 79,
uh-huh.
47.
I knew they were kind of spendy.
Mm-hmm.
I knew they were kind of spendy. But I'm gonna tell you something. Regardless of how much that Bible costs, it's worth it. I mean, I would, if I
Yeah, it
was,
is.
yeah, if I was you guys, I would invest. However much it costs, I would invest. I really would. You need to screenshot that, Pamela, and send it to me so that I can blow it up. And what
Okay,
I'm gonna
which
do,
one? They
yeah,
got English. I'm telling not English. They
uh-huh.
have King James,
It don't matter which one. Just blow them up and send them to me,
CSB.
because
Okay.
it's all in the same vein of what Elder has got.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get y'all to get some good study guides so that you don't have to be trying to guess, because I know it gets difficult sometimes when I use different words. And really, to be honest with you, I'm not trying to pick nobody out the crowd, but Minister Lisa and Elder, they've got kind of like a jump on y'all whenever I go to the Hebrew words, because they understand them just a little bit better than what you guys do. And that's only because they've been into it a little bit longer than most of y'all. Okay. I just don't want y'all to be thinking I'm making pets, but I'm just telling you, they've got a little jump on y'all when it comes to the Hebrew words. But it's important in a prophetic class such as this that you understand those words, because those words may be the difference between your miracle and your blessing. Okay. Because I'm gonna tell you, some English translations are just plain wrong. Okay. They just plain. Yep, there you go. Thank you, Elder Pamela. That's it. Ooh, that looks like a nice one too. Oh
Yes, it's
yeah.
nice leather. Okay.
Ooh
But I see
wee.
one 7849, the same one. Now, if they
Yeah.
want
Yeah, that's
um
beautiful. That is beautiful.
the
Ooh.
ESV version, is 57. I just don't like those type stuff there.
Well, they're good. The English version is good though. It's actually pretty good. The English version and the NSB, those are really good versions.
Well, they're a little cheaper. That one 5741, and then
So
there's another.
the ESV is cheaper.
Yes.
So that's how much is it for the ESV?
57 heart. It's a heart cover, 5741.
Okay.
Then they
Hey,
have
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and then I see one for 5129.
okay.
No,
Go
don't get
ahead.
that. That just said New Testament on it. Straight that one. Okay,
Go
you can go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Elder J.
Actually, I'm just looking on Amazon. The Greek Hebrew
Mm-hmm.
interlinear, I believe it's NASB, the one that I have.
Yeah.
It's prime days right now, so it's discounted at I think $42.
Ooh, y'all better jump on that.
Yeah, I'm
Y'all
trying to
better
send this.
jump. Ooh, yeah. Send that
That's
screenshot
the
to
blue
me.
one. The blue one you're looking at, the hardback.
The NSB.
Yep.
All you gotta do is look for NASB.
Oh, well, I just looked
The
up.
same Bible that you just was looking up, but just look up the NASB. Because I forgot this is those deal days on Amazon. I forgot all about that. Because like I said, with me, by me being an actual professor, which a lot of people don't know, they think they just take classes with me just to be taking them. But I'm an actual professor. You know what I'm saying? My place of employment is Portland State University. So anytime I need to look up something, what I do is I go on Amazon and then I tell my lead professor in the program to say, look, we need some more equipment. So I just look those Bibles up and I say, okay, this is what we need. And then they get them for me. But of course, they're not my property. They're the property of the university. Now, my personal library probably is as good, if not better, than my teaching library. So that's oh my God. Elder J just gave y'all the scoop of the year right there. I've never seen that Bible for 42 books, ever. Unless we're in a state like, I think it's Connecticut, where they can't charge you for a Bible. I think it is Connecticut. It's,
The
if
elder,
I'm
I
not,
just sent it. I'm sorry.
okay,
Yes, I have. No,
I
that's
just
fine. I
sent
got it.
a screenshot of
okay,
it.
cool.
It's on Amazon. I sent it to Elder.
Okay. I think no, it's not Connecticut. Y'all forgive me. It's not Connecticut. It's Delaware. Delaware, they cannot charge you for a Bible.
What?
So yeah, if you go to Delaware to any shop or consignment shop or whatever the case may be, and if there's a Bible there, they have to give it away. I mean, you would figure the United States in a whole would be like that, okay? You would figure that, okay? They're gonna start charging y'all $200-300. Look, there's some Bibles out there that cost at least about $300.
For real?
Yeah, the African Bible, the actual African Bible, that costs at least about 300 some odd dollars, at least. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Which one, Apostle Bobby? Which one you talking about? He said she need that. Which one?
The one that you're always talking about,
Oh,
the $40.
oh yeah, that's a good one. We're gonna have to look that up and try to get that for you, for real. That's a real good one. The NASB is a very good version Bible because it's already broken down. and it's really understandable. It's really readable, and you know, being a teacher, part of my job is to make it easy for you. And when it's not easy for you, and then there's words that are conflicting to what you understand, then I have to spend that much time to even break it down. So this is the reason why I'm telling you guys this, because I want y'all to be able to be on one accord with me a lot of times when I teach. Oh my goodness, 4250. My goodness. Ooh, y'all have no idea how bad I'm looking at this thing. That is so good. And it's a keyword study Bible too. That is so good. Hmm. So we'll talk about that amongst each other. And if some of you guys out there that are watching us, y'all want to get in on the fray, we're giving you the information publicly so you can go look it up. It is deal days at Amazon, so keep in mind when you buy stuff on Amazon here in the next couple of weeks, you may be getting a big deal. And that is a deal. $42.50 for a Bible that's actually worth $100 some. Wow. It's already a deal on Amazon as it is, but to even add that to it, that's great. That's wonderful. Wow. Okay. Well, Elder, we're gonna work on that. Apostle Bobby, we're gonna work on that. And I know Naquetta is got her mind over there bubbling. So we're gonna work on trying to get y'all some of this stuff so that we can get on one accord. Now, the next book, again, like I was telling you guys, it's a book called The Cepher. Okay, it's spelled Cepher. Okay, Cepher. Now, normally, when you look it up online, the Cepher runs anywhere from at least about 90 to 100 some odd dollars. Okay. You can go on eBay and it's a little bit cheaper. I think I've seen them for like $85. Not that much cheaper. Okay. But I'm gonna teach y'all a trick today. And God knows, I hope nobody from the Cepher Publications is listening. But I'm gonna teach y'all how to get this a whole lot cheaper on your application on your phone, regardless of whether you have an Android. If you do have Android, then go to Google Play. If you have an Apple phone, then go to your Apple store, okay, your iOS store. All right, and type in Cepher, Cepher. I'm going to go with you because I happen to have an iPhone. So I'm going to go with y'all so we can look it up together. Okay. All right. As soon as I find my store, here we go. App Store. Okay, there we go. All right. Type in Cepher. Okay, Cepher Bible. All right. Click on Cepher Bible. I don't know how it is on the Android, okay? Probably says the same thing. Okay. You're going to see two Cephers. One is going to be the abridged, okay? That's free. That's free of charge. Okay? But the only thing about the free version of the Cepher is that you do not get the other books that have been added, because in the Cepher, it's like 80 some odd books in the complete Bible section. All right. But you're only going to get the basic 66 if you download the abridged one. Now, you can download that one, and that's fine. But you just won't get the book of Enoch. You won't get the Maccabees, Yasher. You won't get Jubilees. You won't get none of that. Okay. But you can go down. Now, if you got an Apple phone, which I know you do, Elder Pamela, if you go down under that abridged one, you'll see the the Sefer books.
Right,
And right,
$21.99.
$21.99, exactly. And you can actually get the entire thing, all 80 some odd books and the helps and everything for $21.99. Okay. And it will be on your phone, on your tablet. You hear me, Elder Pamela? You can actually put this on your tablet.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever your payment method is, or whatever the ham sandwich you got worked out. You know what I'm saying?
You know I'm gonna work some. I'm like, I'm working. My brain ringing now. It's like,
Exactly. This thing,
I'm trying to find a little cheaper than that. You know me.
yeah. I mean, you getting an almost $100 abbreviated Bible for $21.99. You can't beat that.
No, you can't. Cause just one book. I think I spent what, about $40 on one of those books.
Oh my God.
And all those. Yeah.
It's 80 plus books, not to mention all the different definitions, and you get the word of the day and everything. And this is all in the Hebrew. Now, it's English, but it abbreviates all the Hebrew language from Old Testament to New Testament. I just gave you the tip of the world, and I'm just praying and hoping that nobody from the Sefer publication is watching YouTube. I'm praying they're not.
If they do,
course,
leave us alone.
well, it's okay. They can't get me for that. I'm advertising their online stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
like, you went from, like I said, the if you go to the website, the hardback book, because there is no such thing as a leather bound Sefer. Everything is hardback. If you get the hardback book, it's going to cost you at least about 90 some dollars, almost $100. Okay. But you can get it on your phone, which a lot of y'all use y'all phone now anyway. A lot of y'all don't like carrying around no big old books. Y'all ain't like some of us that love to have a study in a bookshelf. Y'all done thrown that bookshelf away. So, so y'all can download this thing for $21.99. You got do you see that, Apostle Bobby? Oh, man, you talking about scholars. Y'all get this
I
book.
see it, but I'd rather have the book. I'm a bookworm.
See?
Okay.
See, she just like me. See? I'm here to tell you, man, this stuff is some potent stuff. So yeah, for those of you guys that want to order that thing online, and as soon as you pay for it, it's right there. Ain't no waiting period or nothing like that. It just pops up.
Mm.
And I'm telling you, all the books that you guys hear me talking about are right there. They're right there. Now, for future references, I'll give you guys the different authors that I use for the other lost books of the Bible, because there's over, I think it's like 125 different books that are categorized as lost books of the Bible. Now, there's one that I use specifically, but I'm not going to talk about that today, okay? Because I think I've given y'all a whole lot of information today. So I got to let that sink in with y'all. Okay? Now, I'm not in amazement, but I am in amazement of how a lot of people are just now hearing about this stuff. And then some of the people that are like kind of hearing about this stuff, they're kind of like in disbelief. They're like, wow, I didn't know books like that exist. Well, yeah, they do. Okay. And they're not really hard to find. Not right now. Okay. I do believe, and I've seen it being a college professor, I have seen where some books are very hard to find now. 10 years ago, they were not. Like, for example, the book of Enoch 10 years ago was very easy to find. Whether you looked it up online or whether you was looking it up in a bookstore. As a matter of fact, you could have went to Barnes and Nobles and ordered the book of Enoch. Now, I do believe they still do. It depends on what area you live in, okay? Just depends on what area. Because there's got to be a Barnes and Nobles near you somewhere. If not, in our modern day of technology, you can go online to the shops in Barnes and Nobles, and you can call them on their 1-800 number and ask them, do they have the book of Enoch? More than likely, they're going to say yes. Okay. Now, there's several different versions of the book of Enoch. And I'm going to tell you now, it doesn't matter what version you get. Okay. Just make sure you get the whole thing. They're going to ask you, do you want book 1, book 2, book 3? Say, yeah, I want it all. Okay. Because if you only order one part of it, you're just getting a quarter of it. Like book 1 only covers chapter 1 through chapter 25, I believe. All right. Let me tell y'all exactly how that works, okay? Because the book of Enoch has, I'm going to tell you exactly how many chapters it's got. The book of Enoch has 105 chapters, okay? And a lot of these little smart guys out here that they want to be prophets, they've heard excerpts of the 105 chapters that are in Enoch, and that's where a lot of them get a lot of their stuff. Again, I'm busting a lot of bubbles today. And that's where a lot of the stuff. Now, do they understand what they're getting? Absolutely not. Because they don't have plausible teachers that actually teach on the book of Enoch. So that's where a lot of them are getting their material from. Okay. But for those of you that want it for free, all you got to do is go Google search the book of Enoch. Oh, yeah, I apologize. You Google search the book of Enoch and you put beside it PDF. Okay. PDF. That means a printable, downloadable copy. Okay. And more than likely, it's going to be like, I don't know how many copies are going to show up, but it's going to be quite a few that's going to show up. Okay. And if you have space on your tablets, on your computers, and sometimes on your phone, because I have no idea what type of phone each one of you have. If you have enough space on there, you will be able to download it. And then if you know how to, go to the certain sections on your computer or on your phone, just look for downloads. Once you download it, okay? Just look for downloads, and then you'll have the entire book of Enoch right there for your consumption. Because that's the book that we have to focus on prophetically to compare with the book of Daniel and Revelation. That's the book that we have, okay? Now, today, we're actually going to go to Daniel, the 10th chapter. Yeah, we're going to get inquisitive today. Yeah, we're going to actually go to Daniel, the 10th chapter today. Anybody excited a little bit? Okay, does anybody have any questions about what I just discussed with you guys? Because I'm going to try my best to help y'all with these books as much as possible for future references. Anybody got any questions? Apostle Bobby, I already know that you like the books itself. So we're gonna try to work on something with you, okay? Let's see here. I'm gonna try to work on getting you that study Bible and the Sefer. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, blessings to everybody out there that's watching us. We're just going through our normal mode as far as getting ready and prepared for what we are going to be doing today. We want to uncover and reveal a lot of different things and a lot of different books to the people that are prophetically sound and very important to our next level of learning. Okay. Today we're going to go into the book of Daniel. Now, the book of Daniel leads us into other books. There's another book that came from the prophet Daniel, and that book is called Bel and the Dragon. That book is called Bel and the Dragon. Okay. It's a very, very enlightening book. We're not going to get to it today, but we probably are going to get to that book next week. In the Hebrew, it's not called Bel and the Dragon. It is called Baal and the Dragon. So that gives you an idea that we're talking about idolatry and false gods. It gives you a strong idea because we are in the middle of Baal worship in our lifetime that we're living right now. Oh boy. So today we're going to Daniel, the 10th chapter. We're going to Daniel, the 10th chapter today. You ready, Elder Pamela? You ready for a ride?
Yeah.
Because we got some good stuff today.
Oh, okay, which verse?
What? Just wait a few minutes. We got to get
Oh.
something out there. Okay, I'm trying to let some folks know that we're here.
Oh, let me see what's on YouTube.
Okay, now let me do a paraphrase explanation like I normally do with a lot of the stuff that we're talking about. Daniel, you guys know about Daniel. Daniel was that prophet that sat up in Babylon. Okay, the children of Israel were in captivity during this time, and during this time, Daniel was the only one that stood up and wouldn't do the things that the king's court did, such as eat pork. He would not touch the pork. I don't hear a lot of people actually preaching the correct diadem about the prophet Daniel. They talk about him not eating what was on the king's table, and they talk about the Daniel fast, which was fruits and vegetables, et cetera, et cetera. But they don't talk about the reason why Daniel did not eat what they ate. And I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why Daniel would not touch a lot of that stuff was because it was forbidden in the Torah for us to eat that stuff, especially those types of animals, because you have to understand, in Babylon, they thought they was eating the fat of the land. They thought they was living it up. Okay. And what they were doing is that they were eating forbidden and polluted meats. That's the reason why Daniel wouldn't touch that stuff. Now, if you were eating lamb, you probably would have ate some with them. Hello, somebody. And a lot of people talk about, oh yeah, it don't matter what you eat. God just said, pray over it. That is not what he said. That is the interpretation that a lot of people have made, but that is not a revelation from God. I hate to tell y'all this, But if that was the case, we wouldn't have high blood pressure. We wouldn't be going through cancer, MS, all these different diseases. I've not even named half of them that can be easily changed by your eating habits. Hello, somebody. We have to be mindful of our weight. See, I'm getting ready to talk about a touchy subject that a lot of y'all are going to really think that Chief Apostle is crazy about, but I'm not. I know what I'm talking about, and doctors have proven what I'm talking about. We have to be mindful of our weight. Because the way if you're 5'4" or 5'5" and you weigh well over 250 pounds, then you weigh a little bit too much. And the reason why I'm saying that is look at your ankles. Look at your ankles. Look at the sustainability of your heart. Your heart cannot take but so much pressure. And when you continue to put all that fatty tissue around it, what you're doing in essence is you're killing yourself. You don't have to put a gun to your head, and you definitely don't have to say I'm going to kill myself. All you got to do is keep on eating all that junk that y'all eat. Hello, somebody. I personally don't eat hamburger meat. That doesn't mean that everybody else has to be like that, because hamburger meat is not forbidden. Okay. But I personally like to eat the more expensive meat, which is bison. It's a better tasting meat anyway, in my opinion. I don't know. Anybody ever ate bison opposed to hamburger? Nobody?
No.
Oh, you haven't ate bison?
What is that?
Bison is good. That's meat. That's buffalo.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, you don't know what you're missing. You really don't know what you're missing. Elder J, have you eaten bison before? That's some good eating. Trust me.
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness, you guys don't know what y'all missing.
Where do you get it from?
You can get it in a regular grocery store. You can. All you gotta do is go to the meat section and tell them that you looking for some bison. It looks looks just like hamburger, except
It's good.
Who said that? Who said that?
I did.
Oh my goodness, you know. It's some good eating, I'm telling you. It's redder. When you see it in its raw form, it's redder than hamburger meat. Okay. And that shows you that it's got a lot of richness in it, a lot of juice. You know how a lot of times when you cook something, you still want the juice to come out of it. Well, this stuff got the juice. Trust me. It's good. Just a suggestion. I'm just saying. Okay. You guys don't have to go that route, but I'm just letting you know that that's what I do. Okay. I eat a lot of leaves. Okay. Lettuce, cabbage, things like that. I love eating cabbage. And believe it or not, Weight Watchers has a recipe with cabbage and bacon. Delumptious. Trust me. Look up Weight Watcher recipes, and you guys will fall in love with some of those recipes. I know they look like they're like really, really healthy. They are healthy, but they're very tasty. There's a lot of them good. I'm not trying to sell y'all out on stuff, because you guys got to eat the way you want to eat and whatever you feel comfortable with. You're not gonna die and go to hell just because you didn't eat right. Okay. But the point is, you want to live a long, nice life, people. Some people ain't gonna live past 50 because of the way they eat. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. All right. So we're talking about Daniel, the prophet Daniel, and we're talking about the way he ate, okay, and what he wouldn't eat. And this is the reason why Daniel outlasted a lot of them. Okay. Mind you, Nebuchadnezzar, who was the king at that time, he went mad. He literally went mad. Why? Well, several reasons. Number one, he was disobedient to the God of the Hebrews. Number two, he ate like anything he wanted to eat. He wasn't living healthy, period. That'll drive you mad all by itself. And he worshiped false gods. So those three things in itself, in essence, allowed him to be like that. Now, what I'm trying to get to is we are seeing a reverberation, and I meant when I said reverberation, not regurgitation, but a reverberation of the time and the nation of Babylon. Okay. The Bible lets us know that we will see Babylon again. Okay. As a matter of fact, we see where the simulation of Babylon is represented in the book of Revelation as the whore of Babylon. Okay. And what it's talking about is the political system that we now have in place right now. It's amazing because when I first met Elder J, the very first time I actually came in contact with him was through spiritual means and politics. Okay. I had no idea that he was the same type of buff that I was when it comes down to the political system, because I believe that we should have our own political party. And I'm talking about non-affiliation and all that stuff. I'm talking about with some Black Hebrews supporting it and funding it. I totally believe that we should have our own political party that stands by the views and the values of the Bible. Because if we don't do that in the end time, we're subject to what the propagation of what the world has made up. And right now we got a two major party in the United States, which is Republican and Democrats. And unfortunately, both of them lie. Both of them serve super PACs. And when I mean super PACs is that they are connected with major corporations and major businesses from all over the world. They're sold out to those people. Hello, somebody. This is the reason why I told you guys the other day, if you're not a political mind and you're not into politics, you need to start. You need to start watching MSNBC, CNN, Fox, whichever one you can stomach, because some of the stuff on some of them I can't stomach because I know they lying. Okay. I can probably live with CNN a little bit now because they've changed their format. They're no longer a Democratic program. They're kind of like in the middle now. MSNBC, they lean towards the Democrats a lot. Fox, of course, you know that they are conservative channels, so they pretty much are in favor of anything conservative when it comes to Republican. But either way it go, you have many different news programs out here, and it's good to get the perspective of each one, because I can guarantee you, I can show you in the Bible where everything is developing. And the Bible tells us now Messiah, Jesus, Yahusha, Yehoshua, either way it go, he told us to watch as well as pray. What do you think he was talking about? He was speaking in the future tense. He was speaking about the elaboration of things to come. We've been talking about for days now about this attack on Israel, on Yisrael. You know, and I told you yesterday, if you wasn't here yesterday, or if you wasn't listening to me yesterday, people, that this attack is not about Israel. It's about the power and the control of Jerusalem. Because these people ain't crazy. These people read the Bible. They read the Quran. So they understand that whoever controls Jerusalem in the end time controls the world. Because this is where we're going to see the beast evolve and spend much of his time and build his headquarters. Come on now, the Dome of the Rock, which is one of the most popular and one of the most famous pieces, artifacts in Jerusalem right now, politically. According to the Bible, the Dome of the Rock will be destroyed and it will be built back up. Okay? The false prophet is going to do that. Hello, somebody. The false prophet has to precede the beast. We're talking about some things that have to happen. All right. So if the Hebrew nation, I don't care if you don't call it the Hebrew nation, we can call ourselves the Black nation, we can call ourselves the urban nation, whatever the ham sandwich we call each other. Okay. And that's not to say that white people can't join that, because yes, you can, because there's a lot of white folk that ain't purely white, no way. Just about every Black person is not purely Black. So let's not get all sanctimonious and rectifiable here. Let's be realistic. Okay. If we can build a political party or a party of interest that focuses on biblical standards, at least we got a fighting chance. We know that the devil has got his plan. We know he's coming with whatever he's coming with. So we don't have to make it easy for him. I'm just saying. We got to start using common sense. And the Hebrew community, the Messianic community, a lot of us have been pushing this for a long time. And the difference between us and a lot of people that are out there that are independent and progressive, the difference between us and them is that at least they have people within their party that's willing to spend money to get the message out. We yet still have to do that, because we'll spend money in areas that are not positive and not effective, and then expect people to listen to everything we're talking about. And you can't get people to listen to you if you don't have the advertisement for them to open the door to listen to you. Hello, somebody. I'm talking. I know I'm talking good. Thank you very much, Elder Pamela. Okay. We got to get this. We got to come up off the couch and stop being a four-wall in the church Christian and become a spiritually minded, guided by the Holy Spirit kingdom believer. Y'all got to come up out the four walls of these churches, man. They're killing you. They are killing you because they are not teaching y'all the essentials of truth. Okay? The Messiah was not English. He was Hebrew. Why would you not want to learn the keys to the Hebrew? Because the keys to the Hebrew unlock the prophetic answers that some of y'all have been looking for years. And the Most High gave me the ability to do that. I do not think it strange, nor do I take it for granted, but I just want people to know the truth. Okay? That's what the Masterclass of Prophecy is all about. All right. Elder Pamela, you are at Daniel, the 10th chapter. You may begin your process.
Daniel 10:1.
Yep.
Okay. In the third year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was also called Belteshazzar. Shazar. There we go. And the things were true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the things and had understanding of the vision. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 weeks. I ate no pleasure bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself with at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled.
Yeah.
And in the 24th day of the first month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hydekal. If I said it right.
You're fine. Keep on reading.
God. Then I lift up my eyes and look, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold up his. His body also.
Go ahead.
His body also was like a barrel burled, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color of polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
Now stop right there. What? Go ahead and finish out verse number 6. You finished?
That was it on 6.
Okay. Y'all don't recognize who he talking about in verse number 5 through 6, do you?
Mm-hmm. Talking about the Messiah.
Oh my. Did you see what he looked like?
Right.
Oh my. He said, and then I lifted my eyes and I looked and I saw a certain man dressed in linen, whose loins were girded with gold of Uphaz. Shut the front door, y'all. And here go that description. It said his body was like what? Beryl? Anybody know what the color a beryl is? That's brown. Yeah, that's pretty brown. You know? Ooh, scary brown at that.
Right, like the
And then-
brick, the rock color brown.
Yeah, a little brick. That's what it looked like. Mhm. Wow. And you know what? What kills me before I explain the rest of this chapter, what you've read, what kills me is that people say it does not matter what Messiah looked like. But yet we continuously in Daniel, not to mention Revelation, we continuously get a description of this Messiah. Why? I'm trying to figure out, why do we continuously get a description of the Messiah? Okay, let that be food for thought. Now we get into this chapter and we see where Daniel is basically fasting. Let's just call it like we see it. Daniel basically fasted. And I'm going to tell you the reason why he was fasting. He was fasting because he didn't like what he saw. Because it said in verse number 2, it says, in those days, I, Daniel, was mourning. Didn't say he was fasting, did it? He said he was mourning for 3 weeks of days. Why was Daniel going through so much with this crap? Okay. Why was it that he said he did not eat desirable food? He didn't eat no meat. He didn't eat no wine. Why? Because he didn't like what was going on. He knew what was going on was an infiltration of the Most High. In other words, Daniel saw the wickedness of the people. How can I be a part of something that I know is wrong? Oh, I know I'm talking good. How can I be a part of something that I know is not right? So Daniel said, look, I'm not even going to touch none of the crap that y'all touch. I'm not even going to look at it. And then when he did that and he spent time alone, if you ever notice, when you get fed up with things in the earth realm and you go spend time alone, guess what? God appears some kind of way. In our case, through an angel, you know. The question is, why did Messiah show up to Daniel? Oh my goodness, Apostle Bobby, you ready for this? Why did he show up to Daniel? Of all people, why did the Messiah feel comfortable to show up to the prophet Daniel? Because you got to realize, Messiah had not manifested in the earth yet. Y'all do know that, right? Okay. He had not been manifested yet, but yet he appeared to Daniel. Oh my God. What verse did you leave off on, Elder?
I stopped at 6.
At 6?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and read.
7. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision. For the men.
Wait a minute. Read that first part again.
And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision.
Wait a minute. Stop right there. They're I'm about to mess y'all up. Didn't he appear to Paul? Y'all remember when he appeared to Paul on the road to Damascus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And guess what? He appeared to Paul and Paul only.
Mm.
Uh-oh. Keep on reading because this is about to get really crazy.
For the men who were with me, so
Mhm.
not the vision,
Oh my goodness. Go ahead, keep on reading.
but a great quaking fell upon them, so
Mhm.
that they fell to hide themselves.
Okay, the same thing happened with Paul. The men heard the voice, but they couldn't see the vision. Same thing happening right here with Daniel. The reason why they could not see him, watch this, is because they were not appointed to see him. This is the reason why. Now, Apostle Bobby, I'm going to give you this because I know you're going to get it and preach with it because I'm going to give you this.
Mhm.
The reason why this is true is because everybody has not been anointed or appointed to see him.
Right.
Uh-oh. To work for him, yes, but to see him, no.
Mm.
Can I get a witness up in here?
Hallelujah.
Everybody does not and cannot see him. Because there's many people that know of him, but many people that don't know him. Okay. He will not appear to those that do not believe. Let me say that again. He will not appear to those that do not believe. I believe that in this prophetic hour that we're living in, he is appearing to selective ones. Oh my goodness. And guess what? Everybody around you can't see what you see.
That's true.
So stop expecting people to be on the same level with you.
Come on, that's good right there. That's real good.
Yeah, that's good.
They can't do it because you want to know why, Apostle Bobby? I'm preaching to you today. I don't care about nobody else. If they don't get it, I want you to get it. Listen, the reason why this is true is because they have not been anointed like you. Okay? Because their faith level is on 0. So before you start talking about the end times and what he gonna do and let me prophesy to you, first of all, you got to make sure that your life is worthy of him appearing to you. Okay? Because he's not going to appear to someone that has not given up anything to do the right thing for him, with him, or to him. You can't even worship him if you ain't right. If you ain't walking in spirit and in truth, he don't even want to be bothered with you. Y'all don't like me. Y'all don't like me now for real. Because Paul had the same type of experience before his conversion. See, the only difference here is that Daniel was already converted. Daniel already had the wisdom. Okay? And when he appeared to Daniel, it was no problem because he could come as his natural self. But when he came to Paul, it took Paul by surprise. You want to know why? Because Paul was not a believer.
Right.
So what he saw, he couldn't believe. Oh my goodness. Y'all better help me up in here. It was incredible for him to believe what he saw. So guess what? Because of his disbelief and because of the glory that he was in, he was blinded. The Bible says there were scales put upon his eyes. In other words, he was blinded. He was blinded from the glory. But Daniel wasn't blinded because Daniel had the Spirit of God in him. Oh my goodness. The Spirit of Elohim was living in him, and he lived his life according to the Adonai. Y'all better hear me now. His life was worthy as, oh my goodness. Read verse number 8. Read verse number 8. Go ahead.
Therefore, therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision, and there remained no strength in me.
Good
for
God
my
Almighty. Go ahead.
For my comeliness was turned in me into corruption, and I retained no strength.
Man, how in the world are y'all gonna see a vision from God? I'm talking to these daggone super prophets out here. You're gonna see a vision from the Most High. And I'm talking about a vision of the destruction of the world and the disparity of the world. And how you gonna have some physical strength? How you gonna prophesy and not be wore out? Because you are jumping from one dimension into another dimension. That takes some strength, y'all. Okay. Daniel said, I went and I saw all this stuff, and next thing you know, I didn't have no strength. He said, no strength remained in me. None. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Go to verse number 9. This is crazy right here.
Yet heard I the voice of his words. And when I heard the voice of his words, then I was in a deep sleep on my face, and my face turned.
Your face did what? What did it do?
And my face turned, no, and my face toward the ground.
Boy, let me tell y'all something. These super people out here, they heard the voice of God, and what did he do? He was like, oh my God, the voice is just stunning me. He had to turn himself to the ground.
Yes.
He had to turn himself to the ground. But boy, y'all kill me. Y'all get up here and talk about what the Lord done did, what he done showed you. And all of a sudden, y'all got so much power that you can fight and run the race. Oh my goodness. And guess what? Daniel was probably one of the most precise prophets, because Daniel saw visions before. Uh-oh. But he heard the sound of the words that was coming to him, but his face turned to the ground. Am I talking about something today, y'all? Because I'm going to tell you something. There's a whole lot of false prophets out here that need to be rebuked openly. Talking about what you see. Okay? And I'm going to go there. I don't care. They can get mad at me all they want to. All you people running around here talking about you done went to heaven, and y'all talking about heaven, you ain't been there. Because first of all, he ain't going to allow you to talk about what's there. If he know you're going to run your mouth, he might as well go ahead and let you die. Hello, somebody. Do you not know what human consumption of something does? It causes haughtiness. It causes people to become narcissistic. No, I actually said that word. Yeah, narcissistic. Because now you think you're better than the people in the flesh hand. Read verse number 10.
And behold, an hand touched me, which set me upon my knees and upon the palms of my hands.
God almighty. He keeps on destroying and denoting the fears, or denoting the visions of these popular prophets. This don't sound like what these folk tell us, do it? Don't sound like it, do it?
Awesome.
I'm going to tell you now, y'all better be careful of these people talking about what they see and how they see, especially these folks overseas, because I'm going to tell you something. They go pray different places and they no telling where their power come from.
Right.
I'm going to tell you that now, okay? These folk going to trees and going to mountains and stuff like that. Daniel, only thing he did was go to a riverbank. Oh my. Keep on reading.
And he said unto me, O Daniel, a
Mhm.
man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Go back. Read that again. Wait a minute. Go back and read that again. Apostle Bobby, listen to this. Listen. Go ahead.
And he said unto me,
Mhm.
O Daniel, a man greatly beloved.
Wait a minute.
Communicate.
Daniel was greatly appreciated by the Spirit of the Most High. Wow. That destroys another theory that your life don't have to line up with nothing. That's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell, y'all. In order for heaven to pay you some attention, then your life has to line up. Watch out when people tell you, oh, I got a vision from God and this, that. 9 times out of 10, if you live in a dirty life and God appears to you or an angel appears to you, that vision is for you. That's for you to clean up your act. So that means that don't be running around here telling everybody what to do if you ain't cleaned up nothing about you. Oh, Daniel. Man, greatly loved. Keep on reading. Mm-hmm.
Understand the words that I speak unto you, and stand upright. For unto you am I now sent. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling.
Oh my God. If the word comes, it has to be sent. Some people got the word and didn't stand up straight to listen to it, and they went. And you can paraphrase that all you want to, because that's bottom line. Help me up in here. Keep on reading.
Then said he unto me, fear not, Daniel, far from the first day that you did set your heart to understand and to chasten yourself before your God. Your words were heard, and I am come for your words.
Now, this is a problem because Daniel, in the beginning of the chapter, if you were listening to anything I was saying, if in the beginning of the chapter, Daniel had a problem with what he saw. He had an issue with people because they were living wicked. Okay. He had a real issue with that. Daniel even refused to eat. It didn't say he fasted. It just said that he refused to eat anything. He refused to drink anything because he was frustrated. Okay. And here it is. And what's this verse? Number 12. He said, okay, I heard your words. Wow. God actually hears his words. But God didn't hear his words because he cried out. God heard his words because his life was right and he cried out. Wow. Lesson. I'm teaching y'all today. Go ahead. Verse number 13. Read it.
But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained. There was the king of Persia.
Now, the king of Persia. Now we're getting ready to learn a little something. The king of Persia is the representation of Satan. That's who the king of Persia. When you hear in the Bible, when it talks about the king of Persia, he's talking about Hasatan, Satan himself, the devil. That's who he's talking about. He said that the king of Persia stood in his way for how many days? 21 days. Wow. Ain't that something? 21 days. In other words, his prayers were stopped up. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. When y'all think that you pray, this is education now. When you pray, there is a contention to your prayers. This verse proves that Satan sits in the second heaven, because your prayers go where, y'all? In the atmosphere. They travel through the atmosphere until they reach their final destination. So your prayers have to be strong enough to fight the king of Persia. What you're talking about has to mean something. You can't get up there and say, oh, lay me down to sleep. I pray my Lord, my soul to keep. That ain't going nowhere. That is not going nowhere. Why do you think that Yehoshua had to teach his Talmudim, his disciples? He had to teach them how to pray.
Amen.
Because there's certain prayers that can pierce the kingdom of Satan. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. There's certain prayers that can pierce the kingdom of Satan and that can tap into heaven. In Daniel's case, it took 21 days. Some of y'all think that y'all got the power to make immediate prayer happen, but you fail to realize that there's an order to your prayer even. I keep trying to tell y'all that there's an order to God. I was telling y'all yesterday, I kept trying to tell you, I wasn't arguing with you. I wasn't going to try to prove my point. The fact of the matter is there's an order to God, and he's going to follow his order before he follows your feelings. And your feelings could be right, but guess what? He's got an order. You know why he's got an order? Because he's got a process. And a lot of us have not went through the process to understand that without process, there will be no power. Oh my goodness. That's the reason why a lot of church doors are closed. Can I go there? Can I go there? That's the reason why a lot of church doors are closed. That's the reason why a lot of people have a vision of a ministry. And that's all it is, because it hasn't went nowhere, because you're not going through the process. Okay, let me tell you something else in that process that you need to learn how to do. You need to learn how to be patient. Oh my goodness. You cannot give up on the things that you say that God has ordained you for, because guess what? There's going to be a frustration that's going to come. Yeah, I'm sure Daniel was frustrated. I'm sure he was frustrated. I'm sure he was frustrated. But guess what? He knew God. That's the only thing that saved his vision, because he knew God. But guess what? So did Satan. And Satan knew that this was God's man. So he knew that the prayer that Daniel prayed was so powerful and so enormous and ignoramus that he said, I got to stand in the way of it. Right now, the world is in chaos. There's a difference from praying for peace and salvation to watching things fulfill itself. We are in the season to watch things fulfill itself. Oh, y'all don't hear me now. We're in the season of watching things fulfill itself. So what only thing we can do right now is pray for peace. Oh, Father, give me peace. Oh, Father, give me understanding. These are the kind of prayers we need to be praying now. Oh, yeah, we need to learn how to pray, y'all. Because guess what? We're praying amiss because we don't understand the season that we're in. Why don't we understand the season that we're in? Because we're not of him. We're not of him. We're not understanding him because we're not of him. Everybody's not on your level. Hello, somebody. Everyone is not seeing what you see. So stop expressing yourself and sharing yourself with these devils. Oh my, am I being hard? I don't care. You'll get over it. Stop expressing yourself with these devils. You are sharing your vision with Satan's spies. And they have come to take away your vision because they understand that you have seen God. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the glory out of what you do, because they understand that worship, that worship is going to be the difference in whether you will serve, whether your vision will come to pass or not.
That's right. Praise God.
Come on, somebody. They're trying to stop you.
Yes.
They want to build up attitudes in you. They want to build rebellions in you. They want you to fight each other. Okay? Just like the fallen angels taught mankind and gave mankind gifts and stuff that they wasn't supposed to have. And the reason why mankind was not supposed to have those secrets from heaven was because Satan knew that man didn't have enough better sense but to use that stuff on each other. Now look at what's going on. We got wars and rumors of wars. We got weapons and shields and all. We wasn't even supposed to have that stuff. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. We wasn't supposed to have that stuff. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. I'm getting ready to go to the book of Enoch. I'm going to show you. I'm getting ready to show you. We wasn't supposed to have all that stuff. Who told you that we were supposed to have guns and knives and all that? Yeah, we need it now.
Right.
We sure do. We need it now. Go to Enoch chapter number 8. I'm gonna mess y'all up. Wait a minute. Let me make sure number 7 don't get crazy. I'm getting ready to go to chapter number 8. I'm gonna show y'all. Yeah, go to chapter number 8. Go to chapter number 8.
Okay. Number 8.
Yeah, read it. Read it. Read it.
Number 8. And Azazel.
Azazel.
Okay. Too many Z's. Taught men to make words and knives and shields and breastplates and made known to them the metal of the earth and the art of working them and bracelets and ornaments and to use the autonomy of the beautifying of the eyelids.
Wow. Keep on going. Keep on going.
Come on, lashes. I don't wear them. And all kinds of costly stones and all coloring tinctures.
Azazel taught us how to get weapons. He taught us how to use the weapons, how to make the weapons, and then he said, "Oh my God!" He taught them how to beautify their eyebrows, the paint of the eyebrows. Oh my goodness! And everybody talking about, "Oh, that's just a holiness church. They don't want a woman to be nothing. They want her to be a plain Jane." Well, first of all, that wasn't something that God taught you in the first place. The fallen angels brought it to the earth realm. Okay? Lord, have mercy. Go ahead, keep on reading because it's getting crazier.
And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication.
Yeah.
And they were led astray and became corrupt in all their ways.
Wait a minute. So those things that they brought to the earth realm brought a lot of godlessness.
Right.
Okay. Oh my.
And committed fornication.
Now I don't want to get this distorted. Because if a woman is wearing makeup today, I do believe in moderation. I do believe that if she wears it in moderation, then yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. But ain't nothing wrong with a plain Jane neither.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with us.
No, ain't, because guess what? If you
sure ain't, we good.
Okay. I'm just put a little lip gloss on every now and then.
I'll wear it whenever, but I don't need it.
Let me tell you something about that, because this goes into what I've been teaching today as far as when you talk about the meats and the wines and things like that. Because if you take care of yourself and take care of your skin, it's just as beautiful. Just as beautiful. A lot of people got bumps and stuff like that all over their face and whatever because of the things that come in their body.
Amen.
Okay. A lot of that stuff is because of the poisons and the different things that come into your body. Oh my goodness. And people talk about science and and medicine don't mix with prophecy. The devil is a liar, because I'm gonna tell you something. Prophets make the best doctors. Prophets make the best scientists, because we know the voice of God. First of all, keep on reading. Keep on reading. We're gonna get a little something out here. Go ahead.
Okay. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Sam Jay-Z.
Zamarak. Just okay.
Okay. Well, you'll sound them correct.
Yeah.
Taught and enchantments and and root cutting.
Now
Okay.
y'all know what them roots are, right? You know what roots are, okay? All right. And you know where the source of roots, what the source of roots produce.
What's that?
Drugs.
Drugs. Drugs. Crack, cocaine, heroin, all that. That's where that's where the roots come in. Keep on going.
Okay. And cutting. Okay, root cutting. Armor rose.
You got that right. Go ahead.
All right, good. Okay. The resolving of enchantments. Okay, let me say this one slow.
Enchantments. Wait a minute.
Yes.
We talking about them people that fall in love and can't stand that the person don't want them, and they call themselves working a root on them. Wow. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, keep on, because it's about to get really crazy.
Enchantments and Barbara Quilljail. That's it, right?
Yeah, you got it. Go for it.
Okay, astrology, Cocabelle, the concassation. Okay, Ezekiel, the knowledge of the clouds. Araquiel, the signs of the earth. Shamsiel, the signs of the sun. And Zariel, the course of the moon. And as men perished, they cried, and their cry went up to heaven.
There are religions that teach about the sun, the moon, the stars. They teach you that there's different gods and different settings of the sun and the moon. The Nation of Islam tells you, oh yeah, you got to pray to the east. They're not doing it because they read that in the Bible. They're doing that because the fallen angels taught them how to do it, because there's power in the east. Come on, somebody. Oh my goodness. If you know anything about witchcraft and anything about mysticism and the powers of mysticism, you know that there's power in the east.
Yes.
Oh my God. They came to the earth and taught us all that mess. They taught us all that mess. And then Daniel had to contend with it. The prophet had to contend with it. Because you want to know why, people? And I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to tell you why. Because there's a thin line between prophecy and witchcraft.
Not a point.
Very thin line. There are some things that prophetically will work for you, but it can be turned to evil that fast.
Wow.
That's true.
Prophetically, you can go take a bath and it will cleanse you.
Yeah.
Prophetically, y'all better hear me now, because there's certain elements in the prophetic that will make it okay.
That's right.
That's all right.
But then there are certain parts of that if you're not careful with those candles, they can become dark and evil.
That's true.
There are certain things that we speak into existence that can bring about a prophetic overturn for our life. But if you're not careful, you can damn the whole world in evil and darkness.
Wow.
Moses struck the rock, y'all. And because he was the set man of God, The manna had to fall from the sky, but you see that Moses was punished for doing that. Oh, oh my goodness. I'm not messing with y'all today. Okay, question time. Question time. We are in a prophetic time right now. If we're not careful, we can mess around and pray the wrong thing. And all of a sudden, everything that you worked hard to get goes down the drain because of the connection to evil, to the king of Persia. But if you are walking that thin line with Jehovah, with Yahweh, Yahuwah, if you're walking that line with him, then guess what? There ain't going to be no problem because he's going to recognize you. And he's going to recognize the fact that you're a beautiful soul. But everybody praying ain't beautiful. Doesn't this make you want to disconnect yourself with some people?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell y'all something, and I ain't going to pay. This is class, so I can do this in class. I ain't going to play no pity for y'all. Because if y'all keep on dealing with these crazy people, it's on you. It's on you. That darkness ain't coming to me. I know how to rebuke it. Do you? Right now, you don't have to rebuke it. Just cut yourself off. Disconnect. What they say in the computer world? Delete. I don't care who it is. It could be your first cousin, for all I care. All right. Any questions? Let's go. Yes, go. Elder Pamela, whoever that is that's calling you, they better be King Tut, or they better be close to being kin to Joseph. No, I'm just playing with you. All right. Any questions? Any questions? You guys getting the understanding today? This is a good lesson. Y'all with me?
Yeah. I got here late, but yeah, it is.
Yeah, you got here late, and I gave people some descriptions of some Bibles and stuff like that. A lot of those Bibles I talked to them about, you already know about, Erica.
Okay.
You've been, I've already exposed you to